Uh, I'd say Maryland, just because I mean they got a whole lot of. I mean nothing against Maryland. Like I respect them, but I mean they got a whole lot of stuff going on in the helmet and yeah.
What was the things you gained most from Whitfield? I know this was the second year that you worked with George. What was year two all about for you?
You know, I think a lot of guys, like some quarterback coaches, work from like the waist up, or work on your arm, your throwing mechanics and whatnot. But Coach Whitfield works on your lower body and your waist down. I feel like the most key, I think I've said to you guys a million times, the most key critical part of a quarterback's game is his feet. So I went out there this past spring and this past summer and just focused on my lower half, stepping towards my target, having a solid base, you know, not standing super tall. I remember watching film for me this past year, and you know, I'm on my toes and my knees are completely locked out and I don't have a strong base. So I worked on that with him, and I feel like I've taken what he worked with me out in California with back to East Lansing and kind of used that for this whole summer working out with the guys and the wideouts, and I feel like it's paid dividends.
A lot of teams will probably try and press you more this year after the job you did picking apart zones. That could open up more opportunities to run. I know Coach D'Antonio's mentioned it sometimes to extremes, but how do you work on that, or what is your mindset towards using your mobility? I know you're the fastest guy in the 40 chart as far as the quarterbacks on the team.
Right. I know I'm not a dual threat by any means, but I feel like that's another big area of improvement that I need to work on is my running mobility. And I don't think the coaches plan on running me 10 times a game, maybe 4 or 5 or whatever. But I feel like I can be more of a threat with my feet, and that just takes confidence, courage, practice, whatever. But I feel like if I do that, if guys are pressing, guys aren't as open downfield, maybe we're struggling running the ball or whatever, and if it's man coverage and we got 2 man, whatever, no one's accounting for the quarterback. If I can take off and scramble and get something, then I should probably do that. So that just takes practice. So.
You told us you used to run a 4.4. You tried to say you were slow, but I saw the 40 chart. Have you gotten faster in the last year or two?
I guess so, because I went from a 4.7 to a 4.6. So I guess I did get a little bit faster. I mean, my legs got stronger from pushing me in the weight room.
All those stairs.
And the stadium stairs, right.
Have you been able to tour the new locker rooms yet?
Yes. I know me and some of the guys were working out last week, and then we saw Coach D or someone tweet a picture. And I know it's not open for the public or anything, but we just walked over there, asked the guys who were just working around the site if we can get a tour, and that thing is amazing. Compared to what we had, like, for the past 70 years or however old those locker rooms were, like, we're so lucky and we're so fortunate to have the facilities that we have, the indoor, the weight room. Like, we got like a smoothie bar and stuff that like we get shakes after the workouts, and then now we're getting a brand new locker room that's massive, and we actually have room to stretch and like not be worried about someone like stepping on our face with their cleats, so we're like laying on the ground stretching. But we're just so fortunate.
Did you ever notice recruits coming in and kind of wondering where that stuff was, or why the locker room was a glorified janitor's closet, things like that?
Yeah, and like why they're actually choosing to come to Michigan State because of the locker room. Like, wow, it's got a 5-star defensive tackle commit from Detroit and Malik McDowell. Why did you choose Michigan State? The locker room's horrible. But no, not really. I mean, you come to a school because great tradition, good team, great coaches. I feel like people weren't really, focusing in on like a locker room. Like, oh, I don't want to go here, so the locker room's crappy. But it was going to happen sooner or later that we're going to get a nice locker room or redo it or something.
Did you look at this incoming freshman class, and I don't know if you've even given it a thought, but the quality of guys, you mentioned Malik McDowell's and Enoch Smiths and guys like, you looking in and saying, man, we're a different kind of guy than maybe when you were coming in for state now?
Right. I mean, you look at Brian Allen, you look at Malik McDowell, and I mean, you had guys. I mean, I had guys like Shalik in my class, and other good athletes and big time guys like Joel Heath, who's super big. But I've never seen anyone that looks like Malik McDowell. I mean, his hands on him are just. I mean, I haven't seen him play football. I know he's a great player. I mean, we're lifting and we're conditioning. It's not like we're doing anything football related besides 7-on. And that's, without the linemen, and we're not in pads. But I mean, seeing the hands on him and how tall he is, and it's just like, wow. We're getting 5-star guys.
How's Madre London? Have you got to see much of Madre London? Is he a guy that could have an impact, get some time, or you haven't seen him yet?
I haven't seen him really. He's been kind of got like the ones and twos have been getting a lot of the reps, and the guys, the underclassmen, the freshmen have kind of just been like sitting back, just observing.
But you've thrown a lot to Langford, right? Because
Yes.
Warner said you guys. And how is that? Do you think that's going to be a little different twist in the offense? A little bit more Jeremy out of the backfield?
Just because Jeremy's so experienced, and he's been all over the place. He played cornerback, and he's played receiver, he's played running back, and I feel like me being more experienced this year. I feel like we don't really use our backs as much throwing the ball, like check down wise. I feel like I've been working a lot with that this summer. Just if 1, 2, 3 isn't there, check it down. I feel like last year, if 1, 2, and 3 wasn't there, I'd try and run or scramble. But me and Jay Lang and some of the other running backs and quarterbacks have worked on. If your 1, 2, or 3 read isn't there, don't be afraid to check it down because that could boost your completion percentage. That can giving the ball to Jeremy Langford in space, he can make some guys miss. Maybe it's like 3rd and 8, whatever. Check it down to him, and he can make some guys miss and get a first down. So having him as a running back and a wideout, sort of, not afraid to check it down.
I was like Curtis and those guys. Is there a little bit of a chip on your shoulder for you guys this year when you see everything you guys did that come in at Ohio State? Is like for most people, do you guys pay attention to that at all?
I feel like there's always a chip on our shoulder no matter what, because we don't get the respect. But for me personally, I don't let it affect me. I'll channel it internally, and I'll put in, the hours watching film, and I'll put in, the extra hours after practice to make sure I'm doing what I need to do to beat whoever we're playing that week. But I'm not focused on that. People can say whatever they want to say about me. They can say whatever they want to say about us as a team, about our coaches, whatever, and it doesn't affect me just because we're so used to it.
That ring looks heavy.
It's nice. I actually said that to some of the guys. It's really heavy.
How often would you wear that?
This is like my second or third time wearing it. I wore it at like an awards banquet, then I wore it at our banquet, and then I'm wearing it now. So